everybody, welcome back to my channel and thanks so much for watching. Today I am sharing a tanning video with you guys. It's not necessarily like a full tanning routine. I am going to share a little bit of my tanning routine and then some tanning tips that I have, but mainly I want to talk to you guys about this self tanner that I have been absolutely loving lately called Tanceuticals. I mispronounced it and called it Tanceuticals for a while. Quarantine's it's just affecting me and my brain a lot, okay? Tanceuticals. So if you are new here, go ahead and click the subscribe button below. I would love to have you join the fam. I also wanted to just say thank you guys so much for 20,000 subscribers. I am so grateful for you guys. I love you guys so much. You can also follow me on a bunch of different social media platforms. I'm basically on everything except for Twitter, and all of those can be found in the description bar below as well, along with the links to all of this stuff, the links to my outfit, makeup details, hair details, and all of that kind of stuff. So before I get into it, I do just want to say thank you to Tanceuticals for sponsoring today's video. I mentioned in an Instagram story, I want to say it was a month ago, that I was trying out a new product. I wanted to make sure I liked it before I fully talked about it on my YouTube channel, and oh my gosh, it's so good. You guys are going to love it. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have been really into self tanner for about 1.5 years now. I've tried out a bunch of different ones, and I've kind of narrowed it down to 2 or 3 that I really like. And for one that you're gonna put on that's gonna set for 8 hours and then you wash it off and you just have a perfect tan, it is 1000% this one. So before I show you the before and the tanning process and then the after, I do want to talk a little bit about these products. So I am a natural redhead, so I naturally have very pale skin, and it's something that I do because you know that saying, if you can't tone it, tan it. We've been in the process of toning, but it takes some time, so we're tanning a lot more lately. So one of the main reasons that I have been loving Tanceuticals lately is I actually mentioned these products in my summer essentials video that I posted last week. And one of the things that I mentioned loving about this one compared to other self tanners is I'm really bad about remembering to do my self tan. And since I work full time and have a blog and a YouTube channel, it's a lot for me. So I have to batch it all into the weekends to plan all my content. I'm so bad about being crap, I haven't self tanned. I can't just put a self tanner on for 3 hours and then do nothing for those 3 hours and then, move on with everything. That's a lot of wasted time. So what I've actually been loving lately is to be able to put my tan on at nighttime, sleep in it, wake up the next morning, my tan's perfect, I'm ready to go, and everything looks great. So Tanceuticals is actually a CC cream, so it's got the color and correction and stuff, so it makes your skin so flawless. You can't see any of the little spider veins that I have showing up with my aging, which I think I'm too early for, but apparently not. Apparently 25-year-olds start getting spider veins. But it does color correct. Also, it is made of mango butter and vitamin E. This, you guys, feels like a moisturizer going on your skin. I talked about this, I think it was again in that summer essentials video, and I told my husband the first time I tried this, I was it just feels so different. It doesn't feel like a self tanner. I feel a lot of times self tanner, when I put it on after a few days, feels really, really dry and makes my skin feel like it's gonna crack. And this one just feels like a moisturizer going on. My skin is so soft, it smells really good, really nice. The 4 products that I have here, so this is the self tanning body lotion. It has lasted me, I've used this every weekend for the last month. And I'm pretty generous when I put my self tanner on. I just have a really bad heavy hand when it comes to stuff like this, and I think the bottle is right at halfway. Probably have a little bit more. I went a little bit lighter last night with my tan, but it has lasted me for a long time. This is the self tanning face lotion. This bottle is a little bit smaller, but I have barely made a dent in this one since obviously it is just for your face. This is the Tanceuticals Everyday Self Tan Extender, and I put this one on in the middle of the week. I only do this about once or twice, just depending on what I have going on during the week. It's just really good to keep the tan lasting a lot longer. And then this is the Tanceuticals Pre-Tan Exfoliator. I actually mentioned this before as well. So even if I'm not tanning, I'm pretty good about exfoliating my skin once a week, maybe once every other week. I've actually been using this instead of some of my other exfoliants that I really like. So this is actually a really good product. Like, even if you're not planning on self tanning, it just feels really good on your skin. It's got a really great scent. It's got like a coconut kind of smell, and it just makes your skin super soft. All right, so that is everything I can think of for the actual product information. So now I'm going to share the before and after of like what my skin looked like before, and then just give you guys a few self tanning tips, and then of course I'll show you the after. Okay, so I wanted to show you the true pasty before. I, at this point, had waited to self-tan for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, because I wanted to make sure that you guys like really saw the transformation. So start off by taking off all your jewelry. I do leave on my bracelets just because they're not like precious to me, so it's not a big deal if, you know, something does happen to them, but definitely recommend taking off all of your jewelry. And then I usually would recommend only using about a quarter size amount, but like I said, I have a really heavy hand, and then you basically just rub it on with your mitt. I highly recommend using a mitt, just because it'll keep your hands from turning like really orange and it gets everything smooth. But basically, the rule here is if it doesn't feel like it is hydrated, then it doesn't have self-tanner on it. This is great because it doesn't have that color guide to it, so you aren't going to have to worry about this getting on your sheets or anything. So it's really great. But that's all you really do. You just rub it all over your body, and if you find a spot that doesn't feel hydrated, then you put the self-tanner on. Now for the elbows, knees, hands, I'll talk about that a little bit in a second, but I hear a lot of people say that they recommend putting lotion on them first and then putting self-tanner on. I actually don't love to do that. What I'll do is put self-tanner on like all over my arms, my legs, hands, wait about 10 minutes, and then I'll go back and put a little bit of lotion on top. And I find that that actually helps break up the tanning solution a little bit more, so you're not gonna have those like super dark spots. And I do use a foundation brush when I am putting self-tanner on my hands and my face. This significantly decreases the chances of streaks, of having orange palms, of like those little creases in your fingers. Like, I get the self-tan all in that, and I don't have to worry about it being streaky because I'm using a makeup brush. So that's just a fun little tip for you. And then same with the face. Just take your face like self-tanning lotion, put it directly on the brush, and then apply it almost as if you're applying foundation or like regular nighttime moisturizer. I do rub it in with the brush, and then I'll show you guys in 1 second. I actually take the tanning mitt and I pat all over my face. I don't rub, just pat. Similar to like a beauty blender in a way, how you use the beauty blender to make sure everything is like even. You take that glove and just pat to make sure there's no spots that you missed or anything like that that I feel are a little bit easier to miss on your face with the brush. And I have pretty sensitive skin. Never had any issues with this upsetting my skin. I just let everything dry before I get dressed and I go to bed. And then we are all tan. I wake up the next morning and all you have to do is like wait, I think it's like 8 hours before you like sweat or shower. So I'll just sleep in it. When I get up in the morning, I shower it all off. As you can see, there's no streaks, there's no dark spots, there's no any crazy looking mist spots. It all just looks so good and so freaking natural. All right, guys, and that is it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that those self-tanning tips kind of helped you guys. If I didn't cover anything, make sure to leave it in the comment section below and I will answer the question or get back to you as quick as possible. I will also link the brush that I used like on my hands and my face for you guys, just because I think that is like such an easy way to make sure that like your hands don't look orange or your face doesn't look streaky or anything like that. Like, as you can see, my hands look completely normal today. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button below if you're new here. I love you guys so much. Stay safe, stay sane, and I'll see you in my next video.